Hi everyone, and welcome. In this video, we'll show you how to customize the look of the active cell in Excel. By default, an active cell or range has a green border and a fill handle, but there's no built-in option to change its appearance. Using a simple VBA trick, we'll show you how to customize the formatting of the active cell, as seen here. You can apply this customization to a range, sheet, or the entire workbook. Let's dive in and learn how to make this happen. To write the VBA code, open the VBA editor by right-clicking the sheet name at the bottom of Excel, choose View Code, and the editor for that sheet will open. In the editor, you'll see two drop-downs labeled General and Declarations. Click the General drop-down and select Worksheet, then choose Selection Change from the second drop-down. This creates a subroutine called Worksheet_Selection Change. Inside this subroutine, insert the code as shown on the screen. Go back to Excel and try moving the active cell. You'll see the background color change. The Worksheet_Selection Change event is triggered whenever the user selects a different cell or range on a worksheet. It allows you to run specific code whenever a selection change occurs, such as changing formatting based on the new selection. But there's an issue. The background of the previous active cell is not reset. To fix this, return to the VBA editor and add this line at the beginning of the subroutine. This resets the background of all cells to the default color before applying the new formatting to the active cell. Now, only the current active cell will display the custom formatting. If you want to restrict this behavior to a specific range, use the if statement. Open the VBA editor again and insert the if statement at the beginning of the subroutine, as shown on the screen. This condition ensures that the formatting is applied only when the active cell is within the specified range, A1 to C10. If the active cell is outside this range, the default formatting is maintained. Switch back to Excel and test it. Now, the custom formatting will appear only for active cells within the specified range. This simple technique, using just a few lines of code, customizes the active cell formatting and provides control over where the changes apply. So far, we've covered how to change the background color of the active cell and reset it when the cell changes. You can also customize the text or value formatting of the active cell or selection. To do this, go back to the VBA editor and insert the code shown on the screen inside the subroutine to make the active cell's text bold and italic. Return to Excel, and you'll see that the value in the active cell within the specified range is now bold and italic. However, a similar issue arises. The formatting of the previous active cell doesn't reset. To fix this, go back to the VBA editor and add these lines at the beginning of the subroutine to reset the bold and italic formatting for all cells in the range. Switch back to Excel and explore the sheet. You'll now notice that the bold and italic formatting is applied only to the current active cell, while the formatting of the previous cell is reset. The functionality works perfectly for the specified range. Before moving further, let's optimize our code. Currently, we use me.range repeatedly in lines that reset formatting. If we need to update the range from A1 C10 to another range, we'd have to modify every instance manually. To simplify this, we can define the range once using the code shown on the screen. Then, replace every instance of me.range with RNG. This change allows us to update the range in one place, making the code more maintainable and scalable. You can add as many formatting options as you need for the active cell. Let's quickly add a line of code to increase the font size of the active cell's value as shown on screen. To ensure the font size resets for cells that are no longer active, add this line at the start of the subroutine to reset the font size for all cells in the range. Now, return to Excel and explore the sheet. You'll notice that the font size of the active cell increases, while the formatting of previous active cells resets correctly. Finally, let's add a gradient background to the active cell. Insert this code inside the subroutine. This code applies a gradient fill pattern to the active cell or range, transitioning from yellow to light blue at a 45-degree angle. Switch back to Excel, and you'll see a beautiful gradient background applied to the active cell. This enhances the visual effect and makes the active cell stand out even more. And that's it. Customizing the active cell in Excel enhances focus and usability. With VBA, you can apply unique formatting like colors, gradients, and font styles, tailored to specific ranges or the entire sheet. This simple trick adds a dynamic and personalized touch to your Excel experience. Thank you for watching. Please share this video and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Excel tips and tutorials. Your support helps us create more valuable content. See you in the next video.